4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, just over 3,000 square feet. On the back side of this property is whatever hole it is for the Red Hawk golf course. Absolutely beautiful backyard views of the sunset. Because this little beauty right here, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, just over 2,300 square feet. A 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, just under 4,000 square feet. And what you have to do, you gotta love my calloused gym hands. Ooh, you're gonna have to stick with me in the car because it is cold and it is windy out there today. I am not a jacket type of guy, so stick with me. We're gonna do a driving tour and a little bit of an explanation about Spanish Springs up in northeast Reno, technically Sparks. Come along. Hey guys, Logan Allen Williamson here, representing Williamson Professional Real Estate Sales. Thank you for stopping by the channel. I know that it has been a second since I've uploaded a video. Thankful, very thankful and very grateful to all of my wonderful subscribers on this channel because you guys are keeping me extremely busy. Please like this video, comment on this video with questions, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button because it really helps us reach more people. I can always handle more business, and if you're interested in information about what it's like to work, live, eat, sleep, and play up here in Reno, and especially if you're looking for real estate market information up here in Reno Sparks, I want to talk to you. Please reach out to me. My contact information is going to be all over this video and in the description. I want to talk to you right away on a preliminary basis if you're even considering a move up to Reno or outside of Reno or inside of the Reno Basin. With this particular video, I'm going to take you guys through Spanish Springs. I'm getting more and more requests about these different neighborhood tours. And by popular demand in this particular video, I'm going to take you guys to a couple of different properties in different price ranges out here in Spanish Springs. I'm going to show you exactly what they look like, what you can expect in some of the neighborhoods, the different zoning for the high school out here. For instance, if you are tucked more south in the Spanish Springs area, more southeast, you're going to be over in the Sparks area. You may very well have your kids be zoned for Reed High School. If you're out far enough into Spanish Springs, true Spanish Springs, they're going to be going to Spanish Springs High School, which is where I'm filming right now. Now, you got to keep in mind, Spanish Springs is relatively the same all around the area. It's pretty darn similar no matter where you go out here. Now, I have the privilege of knowing this area very, very well. As a kid, my grandparents, they built a house. They're from rural Vermont. I was born and raised up here in Reno, Nevada. And my grandparents came over from Vermont, rural Vermont, Montpelier. They came out here, they built a property in what they thought was going to be completely desolate, completely remote land out just about 5 minutes south of Pyramid Lake in Palomino Valley. They've got about 65 acres out there up on the backside of the hill. And over time, the developers have come in and they've developed further and further and further out from McCarran Boulevard all the way what is now just about 25 to 30 minutes north of McCarran Boulevard, almost all the way out to Pyramid Lake. Now here, I'm sitting in the Spanish Springs High School parking lot. You'll have to forgive me. It is windy. It is blustery. I'm not a jacket type of guy, so I'm delivering this message from the car. You're just going to have to roll with me today. But that being said, you do still have the opportunity to get some acreage the further and further north you go, out towards Palomino Valley and Pyramid Lake. But what you'll notice is over near Dis Drive, like what I will show you guys here on the drive in, you're going to notice that everything is starting to get, not overdeveloped because you still have breathing room out here in Spanish Springs, but it's starting to get developed to the point where things like shooting is not even possible out here anymore because of noise ordinances and different things based on the development. You can't shoot your guns out here. They do have a nice shooting range that you have access to. There are a couple cool little things about Spanish Springs that a lot of people don't know. For instance, if you go all the way out, like you are driving to Pyramid Lake, and you're driving out and you go through Palomino Valley, the wild horse corral is going to be out there, and they're starting to corral the wild horses. It's unfortunate and it's sad, but you will see quite a few wild horses out in Spanish Springs. It's one of the beauties of the area here. They have a gator farm, believe it or not, out in Palomino Valley, which is something, check it out. They used to have it when I was a kid. It was like this big attraction when it first came in. If it's closed down, forgive me, I haven't looked at it in quite some time. But a gator farm. On the drive in here, there's actually some caves to explore. And just overall, Spanish is a really cool area. If you guys like dirt bikes, if you like quads, if you have toys, a lot of the properties out here are going to give you the opportunity to have RV parking, to have boat parking, a lot of these different things that are just somewhat hard to find in other areas of town. So I want you to keep in mind as we drive through Spanish Springs, as we look at these different listings, that inventory is limited and demand is high out here, just like it is elsewhere in town. It's still a bloodbath out in this area currently in 2021. But as I film this right now, we're sitting in mid-February, looking at about 40 33 degrees roughly, so it is a little bit cold today, colder than I'd like, or I'd be out here chatting with you, walking around. But I'm going to give you guys a feel for what you can expect in different price ranges out here in Spanish Springs. And, you know, I hope this video is helpful. It's going to be a little bit short and a little bit sweet because, like I said, it is cold and we can get right to the point. But Spanish Springs is going to be up the northeast area of town. High schools, Reed High School, Spanish Springs High School. Relatively desolate out here, but still starting to get developed to the point where you're gonna maybe feel a little stuffy like in other areas of town. The one thing that you need to consider if you work inside of Reno or inside of Sparks, Spanish Springs is a little bit of a hike. It's a pretty tough commute because there's no direct freeway access out here. Okay, so you have 395, you have I-80, and what you have to do, you gotta love my calloused gym hands. But what you got to do if you're say coming up, let's say you're coming up from South Reno, that's where the office is, or the office is even in Midtown or in downtown. You jump on I-80, you come north. Now, once you pass 395, what you're going to have to do is take a right going east on McCarran Boulevard. You're going to have to take McCarran all the way out to Pyramid Lake Highway, which is what I'll show you in this video. And then you're going to have to go from Pyramid Lake Highway all the way out into Spanish Springs. Now, similar, if you work out in, let's call it USA Parkway, and you're coming in from Sparks, and you're coming up Vista Boulevard, and you're coming out through Shadow Mountain, back through the backside of Spanish Springs, you're still looking at a commute. I mean, I was spoiled because when I moved back up here from the Bay Area to really dive in and start this real estate business, I was under the misconception that everything in Reno is so close that within just, you know, the 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, you can snap your fingers and you can be anywhere in town within 10 to 20 minutes. Unfortunately, based on the traffic now, that's just not the case. If you're out here in Spanish Springs, like these homes that I'm going to show you, if you work anywhere in Reno, you can anticipate 35 minutes minimum to get into town. It just takes a long time. And even if I'm being generous with no traffic, if you're doing a reverse commute, let's call it 25 minutes at minimum, but that's going to push into 35 minutes if there's any sort of traffic. Like right now, I just came out here, I drove from the downtown area out to Spanish Springs, and it took me in the ballpark of 24 to 27 minutes, I believe, to get out to Spanish Springs High School. And this is before 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. rush hour traffic. So you have to keep that in mind if you're considering this area, is the commute will be a little bit tough. All that being said, let's go look at some properties. I'll give you guys a driving tour. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. Like I said, I'm a local real estate agent up here. This video is dedicated to you guys, my lovely subscribers that are considering Reno as your next home. And I want to chat with you, so make sure you reach out to me with any questions. I actually wanted to film this for you guys. I'm heading east on McCarran Boulevard, and I'm going to be taking a left on Pyramid Lake Highway, heading out to Spanish Springs. The reason I want to show this to you is because this is one of the big areas of improvement in the Reno Sparks infrastructure. This Pyramid Lake Highway and McCarran Boulevard intersection has been widened in all directions. The big highway expansion over here on McCarran Boulevard at Pyramid Lake Highway. And as we turn here, you'll be able to see, I mean, this whole entire intersection has been completely expanded. And this used to be one of the biggest commuter pain points for people that were commuting in and out of Reno and Sparks from Spanish Springs, is this exact piece of highway that we're on right now. So this entire section of Pyramid Lake Highway at McCarran Boulevard has been expanded. All the homes on the right have been subject to eminent domain, meaning that the government has basically come in and said, hey, you know, this is a necessary project. We've got to widen and expand this particular area. So a lot of the homes were ripped out, people were displaced, but they were able to drastically improve the intersection. So we're out driving right now what is northeast on Pyramid Lake Highway, and after we cascade over this little, or I should say make this little left-hand turn, a couple cool things that I wanted to share with you guys. These are not necessarily public accessible caves, but there are a couple caves that are right out here to the left, which are really cool to go explore. I used to cruise out here with my dad. We used to explore these caves when I was a kid, but that'd be something to look into kind of at your leisure, but just a couple little hidden gems out here in Spanish Springs. Now we're starting to crest over into the actual Spanish Springs area, and as we cross Disc Boulevard here, this is where all your major shopping is. And as you can see, as we've just crested over the hill here, going out north on Pyramid Lake Highway, we pass Disc Drive right out here towards this Disc Boulevard area. And this is where you can see you've got the Costco, you've got all your different stores, you've got your Best Buy. This is where all the action happens. It's right on the intersection of Pyramid Lake Highway and McCarran, just a little ways north. This is probably about 3 to 5 minutes north of that intersection. Still on Pyramid Lake Highway, just passing Los Altos Parkway. You got Walmart up top here, cruising over Still got your shopping and whatnot. And then right after we pass this major shopping center, this is where we start to get a little bit more desolate and we start to actually cruise out into what is truly Spanish Springs. I mean, you can see this is essentially what the Spanish Springs area looks like. You can see the beautiful rolling hills and mountains in the backdrop. Got some nice cloud cover. And I'm gonna do a panning shot here to the east, just so you guys can get a feel of some of the residential neighborhoods and what it looks like all the way out east. Right over there where you guys are looking all the way over at the base of those hills, that's where you have access over into what would be Eastern Sparks to jump on the highway and get out to like USA Parkway. Okay, so I'm taking you guys out. I just took a left off of Pyramid Lake Highway and I'm taking you guys out to Spanish Springs High School, kind of get a feel for some of the views out here. Peavine Mountain is going to be way over in that direction. But if you've already seen the intro, then you guys know exactly where I'm taking you. All right, so just turned east off of Pyramid Lake Highway. You can see some of the new builds out here. Lennar's out here. Toll Brothers are out here. But I just want to give you guys an idea. We're going to drive out to a couple of these properties here. So as we're driving through, you can see that there are some beautiful homes in this neighborhood. And I just wanted to give you guys an idea because this little beauty right here, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, just over 2,300 square feet, asking price of $385,000. Okay, and that little puppy went under contract in just a couple hours. So, thought starter number one. Driving in for the second thought starter here. Now we are all the way out up in the northeast area, and we're all the way out by Red Hawk Golf Course. Okay, so moving up, moving on. 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, just over 3,000 square feet. On the back side of this property is whatever hole it is for the Red Hawk Golf Course. Absolutely beautiful backyard views of the sunset, and the asking price here, $695,000. Big old 3,000 square foot home, 4-bedroom, 4-bath. Okay, under contract almost immediately. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a view as we cruise down on the back side of this property again, just because I don't think that it was super visible when I showed you there, but I will tell you that the back side of this guy for $695K next to a vacant lot, which who knows, maybe one of the adjacent neighbors owns it, but that sunset right there and that view of what will be Mount Rose all the way over in that southwest direction is completely beautiful. So as you can see, I'm pulling up on the intersection of Vista and West Wingfield, and we're out here in Wingfield Springs. This is going to be your Red Hawk Golf Course community, and as we pull onto Vista here, we're actually right on one of the golf holes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thought starter number 3. Now we are up completely on the east side of Spanish Springs, and as we come up here, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea. So this particular property that is in green here, so what you're looking at, 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, just under 4,000 square feet, asking price $995,000. Okay, so you're looking at $1 million property. It's already got the RV pad on the side. Not incredible views from that particular property, considering the backside of properties like this are getting just complete valley views over on this side. And then, for instance, properties over on this side, like that one, have got a view that looks back down over basically the entire Spanish Springs area. So all of these views that were right across the street from that one, that's $995, that are going to be across the street, these are all probably going to have lot premiums that are anywhere between $100,000 to $200,000 higher just for being on this side of the street with that view that looks out. So wanted to give you an idea. Whew. All right. Hey guys, I hope that was somewhat helpful. I hope you guys learned a little bit about Spanish Springs. You guys learned a little bit about the different price ranges you can expect out here. There's a whole slew of properties. Like what you're seeing, some of the price points are favorable, down in the mid $300,000 range. Those price points are going to be very competitive. Those properties are getting multiple offers within hours of being listed, cascading all the way up into the $600,000 range, which is a little less competitive, a little more breathing room, but then getting up into the $1 million range like the property that I showed you million plus range. And a lot of these properties are getting multiple offers simply because the buyers that are coming from out of state know that this is a wonderful area to target if you're looking for a little bit of relaxed breathing room, if you're looking for, you know, that RV parking, the boat parking, if you're looking for potentially some acreage. Now, with the ranch style homes out here, like you saw, there's a lot of beauty. But if you have any questions about properties in this area, please reach out to me. You're going to get a different feel on this side of town over on the east side of town, certainly the northeast side of town, feeling like it's that high desert type of area, as opposed to if you're looking on the west side of town, northwest, west, all the way down into the southwest Galena Creek area, where you're going to get a lot more of those evergreens, the ponderosa pines, and more of the Lake Tahoe type feel. So just keep that in mind, but I hope this was helpful, guys. I'm a local real estate agent. My name is Logan Allen Williamson. If you guys have any questions, please like this video, comment on this video with questions, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button because it really helps us reach more people. And I'll tell you what, if you have any questions about Reno, Sparks, Lake Tahoe real estate, I'm here to help you. I'm a full-time real estate agent, and I'm here to get you guys the information that you need and potentially work with you. Talk to you soon.